Howdy do, welcome back to the Tuesday show. Let's talk now about tournament results. There was a big one.
Very big
this past weekend.
Yes, Southeast Asia Majors. This, of course, was always been one of the most hardest tournaments to win. One of the most hotly contested events in all of the Street Fighter season.
Definitely. And among the most hardest.
Yes, and this one, not a surprise about how tough it was this year as well, again. So, see here, do they have even more results than just the top 8? Because I would love to see who's not in the top 8.
Well, remember, it was the regional finals.
Oh, this is the last chance qualifiers.
Yeah, so there was a last chance qualifier for Street Fighter. It was the Asia regional finals for the Capcom Pro Tour.
Working in the OR.
Oh my god!
Jesus, these ads on SRK. Sorry about that.
Dang!
Sorry about that, guys. Hope that didn't hurt anybody.
Anyway, so there was a last chance qualifier to get into that.
Yes.
As well as people who were there. Anyway, so what happened?
So wait, okay, so this was the last chance qualifier to get into this one.
Correct.
But this is the main tournament, though.
That was the main, yes.
Okay, so the last chance qualifiers was, so I'll just do top 4. MOV got 4th place in that one. 3rd place was Itabashi Zangief. 2nd place was Xiaohai. And 1st place was Tokido.
Tokido won the last chance qualifier. Okay,
allowed him to get into the actual event.
You got it, bud. Right?
And so in the actual event, top 8 were 7th place were Echo Fox Momochi with Ken, and he busted out an Bison at one point in time, which is interesting. We've seen him do that at South by Southwest, and we were like, oh, maybe he's just trying to help out Haku, his student. But I don't know. Maybe that's a character he's trying to learn. 7th place also Kazunoko Kami, the part of the Kami Armada right there. That is the representative of the Kami Armada. But as with Asia tournaments, usually it turns out that it's pretty Ibuki and Rashid heavy at this point.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
5th place was Mago with Karin, as well as Tachikawa, DNG Tachikawa with Ibuki. In 4th place was Razor Sien with Ibuki. 3rd place, Ponos Moke with Rashid. 2nd place, Zowie Oil King with Rashid. But then 1st place, Echo Fox's Tokido with Akuma, showing that he has not lost a step since Evo. So he got sent to loser's bracket by who? I forgot it was. But he then came back and... he just winners finals his way the whole way. Okay. So he did beat Zowie Oil King in winners finals. Okay. So he did not get sent to loser's bracket at all. So very dominant performance by Tokido. There you go.
Tokido's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's the only one doing anything with Akuma.
I saw someone mention something that, last year he got 2nd place at EVO. And then won Seam, and then he went 0-2 at Capcom Cup, right? And this year he got 1st place at EVO, and he took Seam. But I don't think it's going to be the same thing. It's so different. He seems so much more prepared, and Akuma feels like a character he feels more attached to than Ryu. Like, his Ryu seemed very functional. He was really good with Ryu.
Okay.
But, I feel like with Akuma, he just has this, bond with the character. And
I think you're right.
I feel like he... there's something about I really don't think he's gonna have. It's not gonna happen.
It'd be very surprising if he went 0-2. Very surprising.
Yeah. Exactly.
At Capcom Cup. So yeah, that was that.
Tokido didn't get 13th at Evo last year. He got 13th at Evo. Didn't he get 2nd last year? Or?
No. It was.
Oh, he didn't. I'm sorry.
It was Fudo who got 2nd place last year.
Right. Okay. I'm thinking of all the other times he got 2nd to Infiltration, like Red Bull Kumite and stuff like that.
He got 2nd place to Infiltration at NCR and
Red Bull Kumite.
Final round, I think.
Yeah, and it was
the first
Red Bull
couple
Kumite.
big ones.
And yeah, you're right. Okay, sorry about that. My bad. Okay.
Anyway.
Old man memory. There we go. Okay, and then Tekken 7 also. Well, is there anything about those matches that you wanted to talk about? Did you get to see any of them?
I did not. I was away this weekend.
I was actually up trying to watch them to stay awake to see the Zeku trailer.
Okay.
And I actually fell asleep, and then I woke up, and then I fell asleep, and I woke up right when Tokido won, so I was able to see the Zeku trailer. And
okay, sick. So, well, mission accomplished, I guess.
Yeah. So, But
apparently Momochi tried to play Bison versus Tokido, and he got 3-1'd.
Yeah, it did not work out very well for him. So, but Tokido, again, very, very strong player. Very strong, and I don't expect him to do poorly at all. Oh, I think what the example was that the guy said was that he beat Infiltration at CEO, and then he won Seam. So it was right before EVO that he won. Right, okay. See, that's a rumor, right? Everyone's saying, okay, so Tekken 7, something happened with Tekken 7. I guess there was a mess up on the trophy, and everyone said that there was a rumor that they wrote JDCR's name on it beforehand, and that's why, like, when they tried to hand it to him, they weren't, like, turning it around or whatever like that. But, like, I think that was just a joke that Eris was making as he was watching it, and so now I think everybody thinks it's true, but it wasn't true. I remember people clarifying that there was just an error on the trophy or something and that they were going to take care of it later, but it wasn't JDCR's name being on there. Because in fact,
hilarious.
JDCR did not win.
No, he did. Wow, spoiler. Let's go through the results.
Seventh place, AMG FV Book with Jin and Yamasa Nobi with Dragunov. Fifth place, Low-High with Shaheen and Paul, and Echo Fox Saint with Jack 7.
Fifth place.
That's right. Fourth place, John Ding with Lucky Chloe and Eddie.
Sick.
Third place, Echo Fox JDCR with Dragunov.
What?
Second place, COOAS Noroma with Jack 7.
Yeah, my boy.
And first place, newcomer Kudans with Devil Jin.
Wow.
There was an article that actually
Newcomer
said
of
that.
the year?
There was actually an article that was like, newcomer, relatively unknown newcomer, Kudans.
Okay.
Yeah, but you could totally tell it was like some random sports site trying to get into esports.
For real? Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah. Never mind the fact that he's been going to EVO since like 2005, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Like, Kudans, yeah, amazing player. And I said this last week that, you know, JCI needs to start losing. He needs to start losing, and this is exciting. Especially because it's now Kudans who's doing it, because he is old school, so it's like...
Yeah, some random Devilgen came and won the whole tournament.
Yep,
Nobody's
exactly.
ever heard of him. Yeah, Rising Star, along with Nemo.
Yep. So Kudans, actually, that's really, really cool. And, you know, interestingly enough, Noroma, Jack 7, at one point in time, he... let me see if I can find the match log here. Let's see here. Oh no, JDCR and Noroma avoided each other. Interesting. Because I was about to say, so Kudans was actually, he defeated JDCR both times, I think. Yeah, he defeated JDCR both times. Dang. So JDCR never had to fight against Noroma. Because I was about to say, because like, that's who Saint uses. So I feel like JDCR would have bodied him, because they have so much experience with each other, but I guess he never had to face him, and so Noroma squeezed through on the winner's side, which then Kudans came in and bodied him 3-0 reset. But then it was a close 3-2, and but Kudans ended up taking it. So
my boy Jack 7, yes.
Not a strong character in the game, but still good enough, obviously, to do very, very well.
I think he's pretty strong.
I don't know. I thought he was. People told me that they considered him like top mid-tier or high tier. Not top tier.
Huh.
Not top tier.
Oh, there are two Jacks in the top 8.
Exactly. So. But yeah, no.
Apparently Noroma has beaten JDCR previously.
Oh, really? He has? Okay, cool.
Wow, so it was all down to G-Tabstract. I made that JDCR trophy joke in Eris's chat, and then he read it, and then it spread to the whole FGC. Wow.
GT Abstract. It's all
What did I say? G-Tabstract?
Yeah,
what am I thinking?
Yeah. It was all his fault. It was all his fault. He ruined it. He created this terrible rumor that the name was on there originally. Oh, man, that sucks.
Good job, G-Tabstract. Now I'm always going to say that. All right. So that was Tekken.
Yep. You've been hanging around the low-tier God streams too much, haven't you? G-Tab, you know.
I'm not sure.
Do you know what GTAB is? Oh,
negative.
Never mind. Okay.
Should I? Is that important info?
It's FGC meme. It's low tier God stuff. It's just get that ass banned,
Not important.
basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all it is. So, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Scene was also a battle for the stones.
The Time Stone.
The Time Stone. And 7th place was INC Toeman with Nemesis and Hager.
Yeah.
The combination. Dude, I saw Choi Sauce was like, this game's not clicking with me. I'm going to try Hager Nemesis. And I was like...
Yep, easy mode, bub.
But he's done it with Space and Reality. 7th place, Fubar Duck with Dante Ultron and Reality Stone. 5th place, Rise Marn with Zero Dante and the Power Stone. Dude, that guy spams Power Stone like it's running out of style.
He is mashing that power button.
Dude, we were doing commentary at the Iowa tournament, and Yipes was just like, that's all he does. He just watch. His strategy is just Power Stone, dude.
Especially with Dante, right? He's just
he's just
teleport, power.
5th place was also CG Champo with Morrigan Dante using Time and Reality. 4th place, 7110.T with Zero Dante Space. Seems like a popular team because 3rd place,
pretty good team.
Killer Kai with Zero Dante Reality. And oh man,
it was so sad.
I didn't get to see it. Did he drop anything to lose? Or?
He definitely did drop some stuff, but it was 3-2.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
2nd place,
GGP Kazunoko with Dormammu Ultron, used it with Space and Reality.
Mm-hmm.
Kazunoko in 2nd place. 1st place, Echo Fox Justin Wong with Reality Stone Nova Ultron.
Yeah.
And so Justin Wong wins the tournament, but because he is already a qualifier, the gem gets passed down to Kazunoko, and apparently he was up 2-0 against Kazunoko and lost 3-2. So Killer Kai traveled all the way to Singapore to get himself a gem. He was right there, and then he choked it out. Basically.
This is the qualifier. I mean, winning the gem means that you
get to the Capcom Pro Tour
you
qualifiers.
Basically. So major bummer for Oliver. Major bummer. And for a guy who so many times has gotten 3rd at tournaments or 9th at EVO.
He's gotten 9th at EVO like 17
several times.
Yeah,
several times.
Yeah,
He's always just outside of that top level. I don't know what the deal is, but he's always just outside. And for Kazunoko, I mean, he's clearly like put some time into the game, but it was very it wasn't like fancy stuff. It was like pretty basic.
It looked like he was copying. Looked like he was just watching F-Champ and just did F-Champ things. Yeah. But Kazunoko, again, just a ridiculously smart player.
Extremely good player.
Very, very talented player.
Extremely good player.
Yeah, he ends up with the Time Stone, and Killer Kai... I mean, he had this long post on Facebook, too.
Yeah, he did.
Where he was just, like, reflecting on it and everything like that, but he's resolved to come back stronger, so more power to him. More power to him.
So, Justin Wong does look really good.
I didn't get to see him. I didn't even know who his main team was.
I didn't know
now
that.
we know. So it's Nova Ultron.
I guess.
Unless he's hiding his main team.
Yeah,
right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But he did look good. And I remember you saying that you had heard from Yipes, or maybe it was from Marn, that he is more active and more offensive than he almost always has been. Definitely true. He's moving a lot. He's pressing forward a lot.
Okay.
Think back to his game in Marvel 3, and it was hop around with Wolverine, calling assists, and then you're Storm, and you're just kind of floating around, and calling assists and whatever. Letting the assist do the work, but that's not his game in Marvel Infinite for sure. He's much more active, and it looks good.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, his Wolverine wasn't super active. I mean, if you go back and look at it, it's not like he was not moving. You can't not move, obviously, but he was doing a lot of the work with the assists.
Yeah, but if you look at this here, 3-0 over Kazunoko in Grand Finals, 3-0 over Killer Kai in Winners Finals, 3-0 over Kazunoko in Top 8 Winners. So basically, he was 3-0ing everybody.
Yeah, I don't know if he lost
tournament. So yeah, some people are saying that Justin won free. So more power to him. I'm excited to see that. It'd be really cool to see Justin, stay strong in Marvel. This is his wheelhouse, right? This is what made Justin's name. So
sure.
Let's see if he can maintain this. But it's a different time. There's so many more challengers to the throne now. Although I mean, honestly, there's not that many people playing this game, so I don't know how many challengers he would get.
All of the tournament players are playing it a lot.
That's true. That's true.
I'm not looking for like some brand new sensation to pop up who's nobody has ever heard of. It's probably not too many of those in Marvel Infinite.
Right.
So Time Stone allows the holder to cancel the effect of somebody else's stone.
Yeah.
I don't know what the details of this are. If you hold the, because the way it was phrased was in the match.
Well, the way they phrased it, they just said you can cancel the other person's gem usage, but they didn't say when.
But then there was a further explanation.
Oh, was there? Oh,
where there's like more words. There was like the like reveal where it was like cancel the thing, and then there was like a screenshot where there's more words.
Oh, okay,
and it references having to use it in the match. But that's probably just not lawyerly written, you know?
Right.
It's not in the match to use. I think it's space that whatever the first one was that allowed you to switch where you are in the bracket.
Right. By the way, I just want to say that that's not true at all. Daigo did not make Justin's name. Justin made his name completely on his own. He was killing everybody and everything. I think that's just a
silly thing to say.
Yeah, exactly. That is
anyway, so
false.
Can you use the Time Stone to cancel out the Space Stone, even though it's not in match?
Right. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
So it's probably.
Well, I'm also wondering, does that mean you can cancel it out at any time? Like if you see someone like, "Hey, I'm going to jump this bracket," you'd be like, "Sorry."
Yeah, I mean,
rewind time. You can't do it anymore.
Well,
so
it's again. I don't know what the details are. Can you stop somebody else from moving to somebody else in the bracket? Or only if they're going to switch where you are.
Right, yeah, exactly. But like, if Richard tries to come back with the Soul Stone against somebody else, can you just be like, nope, you're done, goodbye, and you're out of the tournament? Or
I don't know.
Only if he does it against you.
If it's anybody at any time, then it's super powerful.
Right.
Then it's really good. But if it's only against you, then
it's kind of useless.
No, probably not great.
But then, like, because if you could do it to any one of them, there are 5 other stones, and all of them are just going to be like, please don't, come on, buddy, come on. You know? But then it's also tricky, too, because let's say if you're the Time Stone user and you use it, like, first thing that happens is that F-Champ goes down, or Richard loses to somebody 2-3, and then he uses his Soul Stone to come back and win, and you're like, nope, sorry, you can't use that, so you don't give him the chance. But now you don't have it anymore.
Right.
Should you have saved it for something else that would be more So now you kind of want to hold on to it, but then you're scared. What if you miss the best chance to use? So there's a lot of cool ideas on that.
So I hope that you can use it whenever against anybody. I hope that that's what the rule is.
Yeah.
But I would like more clarity first.
So. Yeah, exactly. So
you just got to have some rules lawyer. Like, not, it doesn't need to be like a lawyer. It doesn't need to be me. I just want somebody who's like played D&D or whatever to whoever.
Oh yeah.
Like somebody who thinks about like or like somebody who's been like a Magic the Gathering judge or whatever. Somebody who's like used to like parsing the little details and like, how does this interact with this and what's, somebody's got to have that stuff.
Make a very interesting dungeon master for D&D, because I think you would be able to be like, you would already have all
That'd be fun. Never done it.
Excuse me.
Okay. Woo. Anyway,
I cannot sneeze less than 4 times. It has to be 4, 5, or 6 times. So, Injustice 2 was also played there. 4th place was VSDS Falco with Superman. 3rd place was JAB King with Red Hood. 2nd place, Razor Cien with Cheetah.
All right.
And you actually said at one point that you would actually main Cheetah if you were competing.
Yeah, if I were competing, I'd probably play Scarecrow Cheetah.
Cheetah does not seem like a David character at
really?
all.
She's a command grab character with funky movement.
Yeah, but she's also more rushdown, isn't she? Kind of.
The way people play her a lot is more like hit and run.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, she's really funky. She's like a weirdo, which I like. I like weirdos. Okay. And also, she, I feel, beats Deadshot and Batman, basically Scarecrow's bad matchups.
Oh, okay.
Not that many characters do.
Number 1, first place was PBE Pinoy 172 with Superman.
Good job.
Guilty Gear Exert Rev 2 was also played there. 4th place, GGVN Pubby with Ino. 3rd place was Mikado Teresa with Jam Kuradoberry. Teresa was top 8 this year at EVO, I think. Someone in the chat let me know. Obviously, my memory sucks, but I feel like he was. Second place, Rebel 2 Seo with Johnny. And first place, GGP Kazunoko with Raven.
Your favorite character?
Can you do the fart noise for me? Thank you. Okay.
Why don't I like Superman? I just think he's boring. He's not the worst character.
Yeah, Teresa was top 8. Oh my god, my memory actually worked.
Heyo.
Okay. Blaze Blue Central Fiction, 4th place, AG Division Ring with number 13. IPT Alden with number 12. To second place, Rebel 2 Seo, again with S. And first place, Tinkle with Izanami. So there you go.
Cool.
That's so
Scene.
That's so Raven. Yeah, seriously.
Man, I am still bummed for Oliver.
Yeah, especially with how hard he took it. Like, from that Facebook post. It was like, it changed the way he looked on life and things like that. So I was just like, oh my god.
Superman is not, like, the best character. He's pretty good, but he's probably not top 5. Or, he's just like a good character. Yeah.
Why do you think people in the FGC are so angry about DLC or paying for content? It seems strange. I spend huge amounts of money on other hobbies compared to gaming. Considering how absurdly people get hyped about new content, it seems bewildering that people get so upset about paying for it. Well, I feel like one of the reasons why they're mad about it is because they don't feel like the games are complete right now. Like, I think they see MvCI and it looks ugly. It doesn't feel like they put a lot of money into it. There's rumors that the characters were done before the game came out, so it's not like that they're spending extra money working on these guys or everything like that. But in general, I had a long conversation with my friends about this, about Mario Kart. Like, he was just like, him and my brother were just mad about Mario Kart DLC. And I was like, I don't understand what you're mad about. Like, you got a full game. You had 100% of the content that all other Mario Kart games had, and then the DLC just adds more tracks and everything like that. And he's just like, I hate seeing the grayed out thing on the screen. I hate seeing that there's these advertisements like, buy this and everything like that. I just think that there's something about DLC that really makes people mad.
There is.
Yeah. And microtransaction just feels so... It just doesn't feel good. You know what I mean?
It does not.
It doesn't feel good.
It definitely does not.
I mean, like Tekken, for example, had a $25 season pass, and I think Eliza's the only character that you've gotten from it so far. They said, like, you get all the characters, all the stages. There's only been one character, and I don't even think there's been a new stage yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know Blaze Blue charged $8 for every character, and Blaze Blue had like 7,000 characters added to the game. You know, like...
You had to buy a bunch of new versions of the game, too.
Yeah, So, Eliza wasn't in the season pass. Okay, so never mind. So, Eliza wasn't even part of the season pass. So, if you spent $25 on the season pass, have you gotten anything besides bowling so far? It's just bowling and geese. Because the bowling is $13, which means geese has to be $13 too in order to make the season pass worth it. Unless they come out with more stages. Costumes, bikinis, stuff like that. Geese is free? Like, I don't know. Whatever. In any case, like, a lot of people get mad at DLC. The way that I look at it, and, I was trying to argue to my friends, and like I said, this wasn't even fighting games. So everyone's like, you're shilling for Capcom or whatever like that. Dude, I was talking about this for Mario Kart, okay? So I was already arguing with them about this, but I was just like, dude, like, they cost so much more to make games these days. It just costs that much more, and they're not being charged anymore. And I'm talking to one of my friends who both of us bought Chrono Trigger for like $70. Both of us bought like Street Fighter Hyper Fighting for like $80,
right.
And like
it was $80, right?
Yeah,
I think it really was.
So a $60 game back then is $86 now. I found an inflation calculator online, and it's literally $60 back when we bought Super Nintendo games is $86 now.
Okay,
right, and it costs a lot more to make games than it ever did before.
So games are effectively cheaper.
Oh yeah, they're way cheaper.
They're cheaper, and it costs a lot more to make high-budget games. It costs... I mean, you can publish indie games in a way that you couldn't really do at that period in time. So that's nice, but if there's a AAA game, it costs a lot of money.
And then the problem with it is... and the other
Capcom is AAA.
And the other thing, too, is that people who aren't as resistant to the model, it works. If you go to your iPhone store right now, and you click on the top tab, you can see the top downloaded paid-for game, top downloaded free games. And then there's the last tab, which is highest money-making games, top money-making games, all of them are free. Every one of those in that category is free.
Right.
But it's just because they've been microtransactioned to death, right? Unfortunately, it's a model that works. And it's something that I feel like a lot of these companies have to do to survive. Now, I'm biased a little bit in the fact that I have so many friends in the gaming industry, and I know like they've worked 100-hour weeks, 80-hour weeks to put out these games, and then afterwards they barely get anything out of it or whatever like that. They do get some residuals, you know, for game sales and stuff like that. It doesn't add up to much because there's a lot of people working on the game. And so I feel for developers in a lot of ways. So I'm a little more sympathetic, but I've always been a sympathetic / empathetic kind of person. I always understand these kind of things. I don't know why people are so upset about DLC because honestly, you don't have to buy them. They're not even being forced to do it. Like, look, let me tell you about the worst DLC that I ever played. I was at a Chuck E. Cheese a long time ago, and there was Dragon's Lair there. I was super excited to play Dragon's Lair because I love the game. I'm good at the game. I can beat the game perfectly. So me and my brother go and play it. We start playing it, and halfway through the game, it's like, insert 50 more cents to continue. Like, the game just stopped. Like, that is forced DLC right there. Like, that actually happened a long time ago when we were kids. And me and my brother saw that, we were like, hell no, and we walked away. But, like, a lot of the DLC these days, you don't have to buy if you don't want it. So, I don't know. Should the DLC be playable in training mode? Probably not. That kind of defeats the purpose of the DLC.
People just have... it's tough to convince people to spend more money for things that they haven't spent money for in the past. So it's hard after everybody got used to paying $0 for online media. Mm-hmm. I got used to that. I'm sure a lot of us did. Nobody's gonna go back and spend $20 for a DVD anymore. Once you've gotten used to that,
right?
You never got used to it. I get it. You like the plastic discs. If you got used to that, you don't go back. Mm-hmm. That ship has sailed. Right. Mm-hmm. I'm used to YouTube being free. I'm not going to get this YouTube Red thing. They're trying to push it hardcore. I'm used to YouTube being free. I'm not going to spend more dollars on it because that ship has sailed too. Mm-hmm. So I think that's a big part of it with DLC. Everybody's used to games costing a certain amount, and it's for them the ship has sailed, and that's it. The game costs $60, and then that's it.
Right.
And it always should be. Same thing with arcade games. It still costs a quarter for a lot of games. Quarter is almost nothing.
From 1980, it was a quarter.
Yeah.
It was in 1980. Okay, let's do 25 cents inflation calculator.
A quarter is almost nothing today. People begging on the streets don't ask for a quarter anymore, at least not in LA. They ask for more than that because it's not much.
Oh, man.
Anyway, that's my thought. I think it's really just a fact that people don't want to spend more than they are accustomed to spending. So.
Alright, so 25 cents in 1980 is 75 cents now. So there you go. So you should be paying 75 cents for an arcade game.
I would not do that.
And yeah, you walk up. I mean, some of them you do. Like DDR, you
I understand that's what they want to charge.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
Exactly. But if I go to an arcade and it's like a classic game, like if I go to a throwback barcade and they've got Donkey Kong sitting there, I'm like, yo, I used to play Donkey Kong all the time when I was young. And I walk up and it's 50 cents to play Donkey Kong. I'm going to be like, hell no, I'm not playing this. I'm not paying 50 cents for Donkey Kong. Even though back then when I paid for it, it was more expensive.
Yeah, right. Your brain doesn't think that way.
Right, exactly. So
yeah. It is true that many modern arcade games cost more than 25 cents. But those aren't the games that... Like the people spending $1 on that were not the people who spent 25 cents in the past. They're kids, right? They're families who weren't arcade goers. If you were an arcade goer, again, that ship has sailed for you.
Right.
Games cost 25 cents, and you're real hesitant to spend more than that.
I mean, as an arcade goer, we had that conversation a while ago that I said that it just feels good to plunk a quarter down into a machine and hit the start button and go, right? There's just something about it that makes me want to play harder than when I play on emulation.
For me, now, I feel like games should cost $0.
So you feel like everything should be free to play and everything should be...
I mean, not necessarily free to play. I don't want to spend money to play a single game of a game. I don't know. There's not... English doesn't have a good word for this.
Yeah. Okay.
I shouldn't have to spend money to play an individual game of a game. A match? Is that the better word, I guess? I'm cool spending money on games. I spend a lot of money on games. That's where like a lot of my income, my free income goes.
The arcade model.
But the arcade model has basically... I'm not into it.
Yeah, you can't do that, right?
That seems silly nowadays.
Yeah, and there was even, like, I remember on the iPhone, Capcom came out with Capcom Arcade one time where you could play, like, Final Fight and all these games on there, and every day you got 2 free tokens. And then you would play for them. But then if you used them up, then you had to spend actual money to get tokens, or just wait the next day for 2 more tokens, etc., etc. And it's kind of the same thing, paying to play a little bit more. So, yeah, I mean, that is definitely true. $60 doesn't buy you the whole game anymore. You're kind of paying for less. But that's why they do the DLC. I mean, it's kind of goes with the same point, right? Yeah, $60 isn't paying for the whole game because you need to spend the rest of the $30 to play for the exact same amount of content that you would have paid $60 for in the past, right? Yeah. And a lot of people are like, I talked about Chrono Trigger, and someone's like, come on, James, you can't compare these things with Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger was a masterpiece and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, yeah, and if it came out today, it would be $60, and then there would be the secondary story for another $15, and then there would be the tertiary story for another $15. Dude, that's what Zelda's doing. Breath of the Wild has 1 DLC out. They're coming out with a second DLC soon as well, right? And everyone already says it's like Game of the Year, right? So they're like, dude, every game is doing this basically right now. So, but I will watch. I'll try to watch that video. Dago, if you can, Dago Yume Hara, if you can, like, either DM it to me in Twitter or send me a DM here on Twitch. I would love to watch it. I would love to watch that. So
I do understand the original point, which is that you spend money on plenty of things. Why not also video games? Like whoever the poster was saying that they spend $7 on a beer.
Yeah,
right. I do the same thing. Why would I be hesitant to spend that amount of money on a fighting game, which gives me how many hours of right? Yeah, I get it. So when it comes to fighting games that I like and support, I'm willing to spend money. But I spend money on beer because I like beer a lot. There's a lot of things that I don't spend money on.
Yeah.
A lot of things, right? But for the things that I care about, different story. If I don't need to spend money on something and I don't care that much about it, then sure, I'll pirate whatever the movie is. Who cares? But if it's something that I do care about, it's a medium I care about. Dude, if it's a story I care about.
My brother goes to movie theaters all the time because that's his
cool.
thing.
That's your thing.
That's his thing.
Totally cool. That's the modern economy. So.
Yep.
Alrighty. Anyway, we were talking about something else.
We were just talking about the end of scene. That's all. So,
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What was the last CD I bought? God. Maybe like forever ago. Maybe like OK Computer. Like forever ago.
Wow. Okay.
CD.
You want to know when the last CD I bought was? I think it was literally like less than a month ago. Like I actually bought a new CD. I bought the new Light CD because I support artists that I like.
Yeah, if that's your thing, that's your thing. Yeah, that's
exactly.
not.
I have CDs sitting here, but this one was free. This one was free. This one Justin bought for me in Japan.
That's cool.
So there you go.
Oh, come on! Everybody does it. Everybody pirates. Even when I was in law school, I was like the vocal defender of pirates. I was such a butthole. My music law professor is this famous music lawyer whose clients include like Britney Spears and whatever. And I definitely raised my hand in class one day, and I was like, "Why would I spend money on any of the products that your clients make? What am I doing?" But then we got into this whole argument that lasted many weeks, and everybody in that class pirated. Maybe 2 people didn't, but like everybody. It's like lawyers are not some special class of people. Now. Everybody does it.
I mean,
obviously.
Okay, so I can think of something that I've pseudo-pirated recently, but outside of that, honestly, like maybe the last time I pirated something might be similar to the same time that you bought a CD. I never pirate anything. Like
on LimeWire or something? Like how long ago was this? Do you remember what the program was?
I think the last thing I pirated was Napster.
Oh no.
I'm serious. Like, the only thing that I've pirated recently, honestly, is probably Showtime's Twin Peaks. They just did the new Twin Peaks series, and someone basically recorded it for my brother, and then he let me borrow that. But outside of that, like, I can't even imagine anything I pirated, unless you count. So me and my brother have always done this. Whenever we buy music, we share it with each other. Right, but that's just something we've been doing all along. But
sorry, buddy, you're breaking the copyrights.
But we still buy the CDs, and we actually buy the MP3s from sites. But I guess that counts as pirate.
That sure is.
I guess that counts as
pirate.
That
sure is infringement.
There you go. So, okay.
Napster. Oh, crap.
I am definitely a Twin Peaks fan. Yes, I am a Twin Peaks fan. Prodigious Law. Okay, there you go. So, okay, yeah, so maybe
everybody can thank the pirates for our modern subscription models. You're welcome.
That is true.
You're welcome, everybody.
That's true. Okay. What were we talking about here again? There was, did we talk about the Revolution tournament here? So Revolution UK took place also, I believe it was last weekend. BlazBlue Central Fiction had 78 entrants. Guilty Gear Exit Rev 2 had 84 entrants.
Sick.
BlazBlue top 8 was VDV King Rasta with Platinum, and 7th place was also Nemo Snacks with Bang Shishigami. 5th place was Crushing Eagle with Izayoi, as well as ZT5 with Jin. 4th place was Sacred Azure with Noel, and I do think this was 2 weekends ago, so by the way. 3rd place was Lord Spectre X with Izanami. 2nd place Dragon Lord Z with Susanoo. And 1st place Kiba with Valkenhayn and Jubei.
Okay.
Jubei.
That's
okay.
Cool. Yeah,
Jubei was the new character.
Yeah.
Guilty Gear Exert Rev 2. 7th place Peta with Axel and Zokis with Potemkin. 5th place BBPRK with Zato 1. 5th place Raven with Johnny. That's funny. 4th place is Vampin with Jacko. Oh, cool. Okay.
Sick.
3rd place, he came to Frosty Faustings, I think it was, and did super well. He got like top 3 with Jacko.
Nice. And
was pissing off everybody because nobody likes fighting Jacko. 3rd place, VDV King Rasta with Faust. 2nd place, Jackal with Milia. And 1st place, Knifey 7 with Soul. There you go.
Supposed to be Nephite, maybe? Do you think that's lead speak?
I have no idea.
I don't know, bub.
Also, in the middle of last week, was the U.S. versus Japan U-Deal exhibition on Nico.
Yep.
With 5 of Japan's greatest versus most of U.S.'s greatest in their top 5.
Oh, what do I put it?
The teams were in Japan were Daigo Umaharo as the captain versus with Haitani, Fudo, Nemo, and Kazunoko. USA, Justin Wong was the captain with Smug, PR Rog, Champ, and Snake Eyes on the team.
I watched it.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I sure did.
Okay. I did not get a chance to see it. What did you think?
So it was weird because it was just those matchups. Like if you raise it up a little bit, like it was literally Justin Wong played against Daigo,
and then Smug played Haitani, and then just.
Smug and Haitani, was it?
Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah, you're right. So, no, it looks like... Because Kazunoko looked like he played a bunch of people.
What? I totally watched the thing. Did it...
I don't know. It says Nemo played Smug, and then it said Smug played Fudo, and then Fudo played PR Rog, then PR Rog played Kazunoko. Then Kazunoko played everybody, and then Smug played Daigo.
That's hilarious. Did it drop out and I assumed that it ended? That actually might have been what happened. Because I watched the first 5, right? Nemo beat Smug. Wait, Smug beat Fudo? Now I'm super confused. Because I definitely watched this.
There were 2 separate formats. The first one is the one David was describing.
Oh,
yeah, there's this first round here. There you go. So you only saw the first round.
I guess
there was something else as well.
Dang. Bummer. Now I want to go back and watch all that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I totally thought that I watched the whole thing. All right, so there were 2 formats. One where it was just the matchups of Nemo versus PR Balrog, then Fudo versus F-Champ, Kazunoko Snake Eyes, Smug, Haitani, then Daigo Justin. And then there was an actual team tournament.
Okay. Gotcha.
I didn't get to watch the actual team tournament.
Yeah, but the other one that you were talking about, Daigo beat Justin 2-1, Smug beat Haitani 2-0, Kazunoko beat Snake Eyes 2-1. Fudo beat F-Champ 2-1. And Nemo beat Prog 2-0.
Shoutouts to Smug.
Yeah, so Smug was the only one that was doing some work here. So it's really interesting because Knuckle-Doo, who I'm assuming is being made captain of Team USA for Canada Cup that is coming up, just put out a tweet and said, who do you think should be on Team USA?
Okay.
5 players.
Okay.
And I actually threw in my names already. So my names are out there on the internet. Who would you put in there?
I'm not sure. I have to think about it.
You have to think about it.
Punk. Probably can't happen at Canada Cup.
Oh, because he still doesn't have his passport yet, huh?
Can't travel out of the country.
Okay.
Well, obviously do. What do we got here? Yeah, I like having the Snake Eyes. I think that makes sense.
Okay,
just for matchup concerns. Okay. I like having Smug. I think that is a good idea.
I
don't know.
Made the argument that I want it to be all young guns.
Young guns.
I just let's not put Justin on there. Let's not put Prog. Let's put the young players on there. So I said let's just put Punk. Let's put Smug. I mean, if Punk can't make it, then I'll replace him with IDOM. Because I didn't put IDOM in there because I wasn't sure if IDOM was even going to go. Yeah. So I initially left IDOM off the list.
IDOM is a good one.
But my list was Do, Punk, Smug, and then I put Myers and Chris T on there. Just to have a little biased West Coast representation.
Smug. I guess I would say Do, if anybody can travel wherever. Do, Punk, Smug, JB, and...
IDOM, probably, right?
And IDOM.
Yeah.
Did I pick anybody from the West Coast?
No, that's the way.
I believe in it.
No, that's the way
I believe in it.
Yeah,
yep.
I kind of concur with that. That's why I said that look, I love Myers and Christie to death, but that's kind of why I said that it was kind of a little bit of bias putting them on there. Yeah. But JB's another good one. Holy crap, I didn't even think about that, but JB would be a good one.
Bummer. I might have Snake Eyes on there, like I said, just because of Zangief being an important character.
You know, there should be 2 USA teams. There should be the East Coast and the West Coast team.
Sure.
And that way, we can watch the West Coast team get bodied. Yeah. No, that's not necessarily true.
Probably true,
We'll see. I mean, because I thought they were going to get destroyed at that exhibition they did at EVO, that cross-counter exhibition thing.
Right.
And West Coast won because SD Pinoy bodied everybody.
Yeah, if there was a West Coast one, I guess it would be Snake Eyes, Myers... Probably Pinoy, Chris T.
Pinoy and Commander Jesse, maybe?
Yeah, I suppose.
Or F-Champ, or...
I guess F-Champ.
Yeah, F-Champ, he's top 8 EVO finisher.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm not super enthused about this. Gotta be honest. Oh, 801 Strider.
Oh, yes, 801 Strider. Good call. Yes, for sure.
Anyway.
I was just trying to... Like I said, I would have wanted 801 Strider on there, but like I said, I just said I want to do it young guns. I want to just let all the young players go there and just see if they could, their youthful vigor can defeat all the enemies. So,
okay, well, when it came to the actual team tournament, Japan...
It looks like Nemo beat Smug, and then Smug beat Fudo, and then Fudo beat Prog, and then Prog beat Kazunoko. Then Kazunoko beat Justin, beat Filipino Champ, beat Snake Eyes, beat Smug, and then Smug beat Daigo. So I guess they were just playing 10 matches, and it was they went through there, it looks like, and however it ended up after 10 matches.
No, what people said in the chat is that the first round matches were for deciding how many lives you had.
Oh, I see. But then why did it maybe they're listed from most recent to the... maybe Smug and Daigo was the first match, and then it went through that way.
Well, that's true for the first round matches listed below.
Yeah, exactly. So it was probably the backwards order there. So the ending was Nemo beating Smug then. Okay.
That makes more sense.
Okay. Yeah, actually, that would make sense now that I look at it. Yeah, it makes more sense that way because Smug beat Daigo, then Kazunoko beat Smug, then he beat Snake Eyes Champ, Justin. Finally, Prog came back and beat Kazunoko, and then Fudo beat Prog, and Smug beat Fudo, and then Nemo finally beat Smug to end the whole entire thing. So there you go.
Well, I got to watch that team tournament part of it. That I'm sure was compelling.
As well, so. But yeah, I mean... For all this talk that USA was the best, USA is the greatest, USA rah 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 rah, everything seems to be falling into more of the the previous pattern.
Cleveland hosts former teammate.
I never really thought the USA was the best. I thought that Punk was the best. I still think Punk's the best.
Okay.
But never really thought like USA was the best.
Really?
Yeah.
So in other words, you're being biased for USA then right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's my thought. I thought Do was the best, and then I thought Punk was the best. So like the best players I feel have been Americans over the last like couple of iterations of best players. But in general, I don't think that
Someone
US
keeps
is
asking me, Manat Best Wife who keeps asking me, who's Tomo Akira? That is nobody. You are talking about Tomo Ohira.
Yeah.
Tomo Ohira was the greatest Street Fighter II player at the beginning. He was the original top player in the country. Might have even been the best player in the world. We don't know because Japan and U.S. never played each other back then.
Yeah.
But the only evidence that we have is that L.A. Akira went to Japan, entered a Champion Edition tournament then, and he said that he was able to take games off of some of their best players, and he knows he could barely take games off of Tomo. So in his opinion, he felt like U.S. was stronger in that time.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a little bit of bias there.
Sure.
But Tomo is one of those
We'll never
players, he was definitely ahead of his time. Like, now that I think back on what he was doing, like, back then I didn't understand. Like, he fought against a Chun-Li, and if Chun-Li did low forward, he uppercutted it every time. It was like...
You could react, they were very slow games.
Yeah, the games were very slow, but it was still crazy. It was just like, up, I'll show you, and it didn't knock her down, by the way. Because uppercuts didn't knock down in the original Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
So it would just punch her leg, but if she never did low forward, you never uppercut, right? And it was just like, back then, you were just like, that's impossible. But now that I understand the game, he was probably doing uppercut. Wait, uppercut, wait, oh, you hit a button, I hit a button. That kind of stuff. You know, he was doing a lot of the advanced stuff back then that a lot of people are doing now that are considered standard, but he was doing it back then, so...
Yeah, maybe the Tokido is now the best, yeah, but certainly it's the... I feel like the conversation is Tokido, Punk, something like that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay,
so.
Anything else going on in terms of tournament results, or did we just get through all of that?
I think I got through all of that.
Very meanderingly.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to take a break and then we'll just do the FGC news again?
You want to just do the thing? Yeah, we'll take a break, fine. Let's take a break.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, be right back, guys. No, L.A. Akira. L.A. Akira. L.A. Akuma is Jeff Schaefer.
Yeah.
L.A. Akira is Gerald Abraham, the guy who runs Okamoto Kitchen. They chose those nicknames in conjunction with each other because they were friends back then. So there was L.A. Akira and L.A. Akuma. So,
bam!
You cannot educate me on the classic, old school knowledge stuff, man. Sure. Get in line.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
I make no pretense to know more than you about that stuff, that's for sure.
Oh, man.